1949, which guarantees a free and fair plebiscite in Jammu and Kashmir. To mark this occasion, the President of Pakistan, in his special message, reaffirmed that Pakistan will continue to extend moral, political, and diplomatic support to the just cause of the people of Jammu and Kashmir until the realization of their right to self-determination in accordance with UN Security Council resolutions. Prime Minister Imran Khan also, in his message on this occasion, reminded the international community that since 5th August 2019, India has unleashed a new reign of terror in the Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, locking the region down and violating the human rights of innocent Kashmiri men, women, children, and the elderly. The people of Jammu and Kashmir have been deprived of their right to life, their right to food, health, freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, freedom of religion, and above all, the right to self-determination. Foreign Minister Qureshi, on 5th January, reiterated that the United Nations, and especially the Security Council, bears responsibility to ensure the fulfillment of the promise they had made to the people of Jammu and Kashmir for their right to self-determination. India's illegal and unilateral actions of 5th August aimed at altering the disputed status of the Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir and its demography have been widely rejected all across the world. We have also seen reports that India is arranging a visit of the envoys based in Delhi of a few countries to the Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. It is our hope that the visit would take place without any restrictions by the Indian government and that the envoys will have access to all the areas. More importantly, we hope that they will be allowed to meet the senior Hurriyat leadership and freely interact with the Kashmiris and the civil society in an atmosphere free from intimidation and coercion, so that these envoys can assess the situation following the illegal actions of 5th August in Jammu and Kashmir, or what has come to be known as the largest open-air prison on earth. We believe that India would do well to end the continuing incarceration of the Kashmiri leaders, including the Hurriyat leadership, and allow the visit of the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights and the OIC Independent Permanent Human Rights Commission, as well as its own political leaders, the international human rights and civil society organizations, and the journalists also, to visit these areas and see for themselves the situation on the ground. Pakistan has also rejected India's recent propaganda on the treatment of minorities in Pakistan. The BJP government's mischievous portrayal of an isolated law and order incident in Peshawar and Nankana Sahib recently as alleged persecution of minorities is part of its smear campaign against Pakistan, and in fact, a desperate attempt to divert attention from the ongoing state terrorism in Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, as well as the ongoing and systematic discrimination against minorities across India. Allow me to reiterate that Pakistan attaches the highest respect and sanctity to all places of worship, including those belonging to the Sikh religion. We categorically reject Indian allegations regarding any attack and desecration at the Gurdwara Nankana Sahib. The Sikh community all over the world is aware of the importance of the government of Prime Minister Imran Khan attaches to the minorities and their places of worship. The historic opening of Kartarpur Darbar Sahib on 9th November is a clear manifestation of the Prime Minister's vision in this regard. In this context, Director General South Asia and SAARC had summoned the Indian Chargé d'Affaires on 7th January to convey Pakistan's strong rejection of baseless and fabricated allegations concerning the Sikh community in Pakistan. As you are well aware, there is an ongoing tension and situation developing in the Middle East. Our leadership has already expressed its deep concern at this. These developments, in our view, could seriously threaten peace and stability in the region. Pakistan has emphasized the importance of restraint and the diffusion of tensions. The Prime Minister has stressed that war is in no one's interest. He also made it clear that Pakistan would not be part of any conflict in the region, but instead Pakistan will be a partner for peace and would continue to make efforts for diffusion of tensions, prevention of conflict, and preservation of peace. Towards this objective, Foreign Minister Qureshi has held wide-ranging discussions with his counterparts from Saudi Arabia, Iran, Turkey, UAE, Kuwait, and several other important interlocutors. In these discussions, the Foreign Minister has reaffirmed that Pakistan would neither let its soil be used against any other state, nor become part of any regional conflict. Pakistan will continue to play a role in preventing further escalation and maintaining regional peace and stability. I would like to draw your attention in this context to the comprehensive policy statement made by the Foreign Minister in the Senate and the National Assembly on this matter also. We are also mindful of the safety of our nationals in Iraq and those planning to visit Iraq. We have advised them to remain cautious at this point, and we have instructed our missions in Baghdad and elsewhere to remain alert and available to our nationals. I also want to take this opportunity to extend our deepest condolences to the families of all the passengers of the Ukraine airliner that crashed in Tehran. The government and the people of Pakistan offer their profound sympathies and condolences to the governments and people of Ukraine, Iran, Canada, Sweden, Afghanistan, Germany, and the UK, whose nationals were on board this unfortunate flight. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take some questions. जी फरमाइए जी अनिल साहब
जी आयशा मेरा नाम अनवर अब्बास है बोल रही हूँ मुझे आपसे सिर्फ ये जानना है कि क्या पाकिस्तान ऑफिशियली जनरल सुलेमानी की असैसिनेशन को कंडेम करता है या नहीं शुक्रिया
जी there's another supplementary जी फरमाइए Let's start with you, sir, in the first row. I beg to differ with your statement that there is silence on Pakistan's part vis-a-vis the ongoing situation. I want to draw your attention to our press releases on 3rd of January, where we expressed our deep concern at the developments in the Middle East. I also want to draw your attention to our press release of 5th January, after the Foreign Minister had held telephonic conversations with several of his counterparts in the region. And I also want to draw your attention to the statement made by the Prime Minister yesterday, in which, in no uncertain terms, he said, and please allow me to quote, Pakistan has consistently emphasized the importance of restraint and diffusion of tensions. We urge that there should be no further escalation from any side, and all sides must exercise maximum restraint. War is in no one's interest. Pakistan would not be part of any conflict in the region, but Pakistan will always be a partner for peace and will continue to make efforts for prevention of conflict and preservation of peace. I think at every forum so far since the developments of 3rd January, Pakistan has reached out and contributed towards a collective objective of peace in this region. I think there are no two opinions on this, that this region cannot afford any more conflict. There have been enough conflicts in our region over decades. And the collective wisdom demands that all must play their role towards this, and Pakistan is certainly playing its role. Regarding FM's visit, it's on the cards. We are working towards this. As you may be aware, the Prime Minister has also spoken on this and advised the Foreign Minister. So we are working on this. Thank you. Next. Pakistan has expressed deep concern. We are very mindful of our historic fraternal relations with Iran, with Afghanistan and other countries in the region. And we have viewed the situation with deep concern. Thank you. I'll take another one. Ji, farmaiye.
Thank you very much. Without saying radio newspaper. मैम पहला सवाल ये है कि कल रात के जो प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप ने जो स्टेटमेंट दी कि ईरान इज फाइनेंसिंग स्पॉन्सरिंग टेररिज्म इन द रीजन, इसको पाकिस्तान किस नज़र से देख रहा है, क्या सपोर्ट करता है, नहीं करता है? दूसरा, पार्लियामेंट में ये बात की गई कि जो जनरल सलमानी जो है इससे पहले पाकिस्तान में वो ट्रेनिंग ले चुके थे, क्या आप कन्फर्म करती हैं? थैंक यू सर.
We have heard the President of the United States last night and his comprehensive address. We believe that there is an indication that peace must be given a chance and a de-escalation of tensions should take place. And Pakistan has all along said that at every leadership level. And any attempts to bring tensions down and to work towards peace in this region is something that Pakistan will welcome. I'll have the lady at the back and then I'll have the gentleman there. Ji.
Thank you, ma'am. Saima Shafir from Adam News. Ma'am, there are news that the Prime Minister is planning to visit Malaysia. Is there any development and tentative date or about this news? Can you share something? Thank you so much.
We remain closely engaged with Malaysia, which is a brotherly country and an important partner for Pakistan. The Prime Minister's visit to Malaysia is envisaged in the near future, and once we have further details on this, we'll share with you. Thank you. Ji, aap. जी, जैसे मैंने अपने ओपनिंग रिमार्क्स में जिक्र किया है that we have also learned of the visit that is being planned for Delhi-based ambassadors to go to occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And you have heard me speak about this, and it is our hope that they will be allowed to meet the Hurriyat leadership and to be able to freely speak to the Kashmiri people to make an accurate assessment of what is happening. How this will be done, it remains to be seen, and we are also keen to know the outcome of this visit. Thank you. The other regarding Pakistan's position, I think I have already dealt with it in detail, so I think I'll let it be there. Jeet Paracha sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Yesterday's events, especially the firing of missiles from Iran and then President Trump's speech in the evening, what is the assessment of Pakistan, whether now the situation is leading toward war or, as you rightly said, that there is an indication of peace? How Pakistan sees this? And if there is an indication of peace, then do you think there remains a need or there remains the room for Foreign Minister to visit then?
Thank you. As I said earlier, that any attempt by the parties concerned to diffuse the tension and to work towards